was wild. I can't believe what happened out there on the field. Looks like we gotta get this CGN Hotline show started right now.
Ooh, ha. It's getting crazy go nuts in here. Ooh, ha. It's getting crazy go nuts in here.
A hot one in the old town tonight during week 10. So says Bork Legendary, back again with another edition of the CGN Hotline show. We've only got 3 weeks left, gentlemen.
Aren't you beginning to feel time gaining on you? It's like a predator. It's stalking you.
3 weeks to do everything that you've ever wanted to do. Are you getting it done? What are you going to do to get it done? Let's look at the results, shall we, from week 10. Our first matchup saw the greatest fantasy going against Red Jefferson Dung Run, and it was a close one, coming down to the very last plays, 126 to 118. Both squads now at 6-4. Afternoon Delight takes on the Lazy Perfectionist, and Afternoon Delight goes off with 166 points, defeating the Lazy Perfectionist, who only had 116. Afternoon Delight stays alive at 4-6. The Lazy Perfectionist dropped to 2-8. Excello Supremo and the Loose Balls in a war. A squeaker, a Monday night squeaker. The Loose Balls take it. 123 to 121. They improved to 5-5. Excello Supremo drops to 7-3. The Sharks went against Pimps McGee, and Pimps McGee took care of business 133 to 75. Pimps McGee goes to an impressive 7-3. The Sharks drop to 3-7. And finally, Coyote Snuggly took on the Favorite Sweater, and it was another nail biter. Down to 1 point, the Favorite Sweater wins, 124 to 123. They improved to 6-4. Coyote Snuggly drops to 4-6. But I gotta tell you, that 166 points, Afternoon Delight. Crofty, you did it, baby! You got the highest point total of the week and the $15. You the best!
I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best.
Hey, gentlemen, the feature segment this week deals with the impending playoffs. We only have 3 weeks left, and there is a lot of room for a lot of things to happen. We're going to go to the Bork Dome, where earlier this week I was able to record the first ever CGN Playoff Predictor. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crazy Go Nuts Hotline Show Fantasy Playoff Implication Board right here. That's what we're looking at today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start, first of all, down here. Number 10, coming in 10th place right now. We got the Lazy Perfectionist. Kamish, it's been a real tough year for you. I can say that formally, you are dead in the water.
What the hell is this?
That's a Sicilian message. It means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
Right above him, we got the Sharks. Heater, you started off so strong, baby. What happened? That's what I want to know. What happened? You're sitting there at 3-7, and I gotta tell you, buddy, all you got left is a teeny tiny chance. Little chance.
I have a huge schlong when I win. Otherwise, it's small. You'll get used to it.
You're gonna have to win out and pray that other people fall. Not so good, Heater. Let's move on up here and let's take a look at the next 2 squads. Coyote Snuggly with Steven Leidick. Afternoon Delight with Crofty. Afternoon Delight, you had a great week last week. Both you guys are at 4-6. And I think that qualifies you as officially on the bubble. Now that is the bottom. Now, let's take a look at the top We've got the loose balls coming in at 5-5, right in the mix of things. I think that is perfectly good to say we're on the bubble. Moving on up, we got Red Jefferson Dung Run. We got the favorite sweater. We got me, the greatest fantasy. All sitting at a pretty 6-4 right now. I would have to say, now for all three of us, we are on the bubble.
Baby got back.
Finally, we've got Pimps McGee making things happen. Excello Supremo, both at 7-3. Tough loss last week, Excello Supremo. You guys, though, this late into the season, we're talking about a lock for the playoffs.
It's a celebration.
This is how things stand. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna make it all the way, or are you gonna fall down to the bottom with the commission heater? We'll see soon. Thanks for tuning in to ESPN CGN Hotline Show Fantasy Implication Board. Wow. Things are looking so tight out there. Anything can happen for most of us. It's certainly exciting. Sorry about that ESPN reference. I heard the theme and got overly excited. Speaking of excitement, I sure am psyched to see the matchups for Week 11. This is the rematch from week for everybody, so we're seeing another incarnation of the classic battle between these two. Pimps McGee took the first one. I've got to say that this is late in the season time. This is the time that the Doge shines. Look for the loose balls to take it to him. We almost went with the upset pick on this one. I mean, Heater is due. And Cam Newton's due, his team is due to pick up another victory. But come on, let's be real. Red Jefferson Dung Run just took a tough loss to the greatest fantasy. They are hungry. They are ready. Kareem Hunt's gonna tear it up. We're gonna go with Red Jefferson on this one, folks. We've got Excello Supremo going up against the Lazy Perfectionist. Why are we even having this contest? Excello Supremo took a tough loss to the loose balls last week. I didn't think they'd lose again. They did. The losing stops here. Lazy Perfectionists are on a free fall down. Excello Supremo is rocking. No doubt about it. Excello Supremo with the W. Next contest is the CGN Hotline Show's Upset of the Week.
Who the hell is that?
Look, the favorite sweater is a great team. They're doing really well, but I gotta say, I think that Afternoon Delight, Crofty, you might have just cracked the formula last week. I think you're going to go on a winning streak, buddy. I think you got a shot at making the playoffs. Look for Afternoon Delight to pick up the victory. The greatest fantasy against Steven Leidick and Coyote Snuggly. We would have it no other way for Week 11. Come on, let's be real. You're 4-6, I'm 6-4. We see who's dancing on the floor, and it's me, baby! The greatest fantasy's gonna take this one to the cleaners. That's it for this week's edition of the CGN Hotline Show, Captain Kirk. Go ahead and beam me down. I'll see you boys on the field.